Welcome to SS2 Biology, Term 3, Week 1. Evolution is the process by which species change over time through genetic variation and natural selection. Charles Darwin and Alfred Russel Wallace independently proposed the theory of evolution by natural selection in 1858. By the end of this lesson, you will define evolution, describe 5 lines of evidence supporting evolution, explain natural selection and other mechanisms of evolution, and discuss evolutionary concepts relevant to Nigeria's biodiversity. Let us begin. Evolution is defined as the gradual change in the inherited characteristics of a population of organisms over successive generations, leading to the formation of new species. The modern evolutionary synthesis combines Darwin's natural selection with Mendelian genetics and molecular biology. Key terms: species, a group of organisms that can interbreed and produce fertile offspring; population, all members of a species in a given area; allele frequency, the proportion of a particular allele in a gene pool; microevolution, small-scale evolutionary change within a species, changes in allele frequencies; macroevolution, large-scale evolutionary change leading to new species or higher taxonomic groups; speciation, the formation of new, distinct species through evolution. Darwin's famous voyage on HMS Beagle, 1831 to 1836, took him to the Galapagos Islands where he observed 13 species of finches, now called Darwin's finches, each with differently shaped beaks adapted to different food sources. This observation was a key inspiration for natural selection. 5 major lines of evidence support evolution. Evidence 1. The fossil record. Fossils are preserved remains or traces of once living organisms. The fossil record shows simpler organisms in older, deeper, rock strata, increasing complexity in younger strata, transitional fossils showing intermediate features between ancestral and descendant groups. Example: Archaeopteryx, 150 million years ago, shows features of both dinosaurs, teeth, clawed wings, bony tail, and modern birds, feathers, wings, a transitional fossil. In Africa, the hominin fossil record traces human evolution: Australopithecus, 3 to 4 million years ago; bipedal hominins in East Africa, Homo habilis, 2.5 mya; stone tools, Homo erectus, 1.8 mya; fire, Homo sapiens, 300,000 years ago. Many key human fossils were found in East Africa's Rift Valley, Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania. Evidence 2. Comparative anatomy. Homologous structures, body parts with similar bone structure but different functions: human arm, whale flipper, bat wing, horse foreleg all contain the same bones: humerus, radius, ulna, carpus, metacarpus, phalanges, evidence of common ancestry. Analogous structures, same function, different origin: butterfly wing and bird wing are functionally similar but structurally different, convergent evolution. Vestigial organs, reduced or functionless structures that were useful in ancestors: human appendix, coccyx, remnant tail, whale pelvis bones, nictitating membrane, third eyelid, in humans. Evidence 3. Comparative embryology. Embryos of vertebrates, fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals, look remarkably similar at early stages, all have gill slits, tails, and similar body plans, suggesting common descent from a common aquatic ancestor. Evidence 4. Molecular biology. DNA sequences and protein structures of related species are more similar than those of distantly related species. Cytochrome C is a protein used in cellular respiration found in virtually all eukaryotes. Human and chimpanzee cytochrome C differ by only 1 amino acid out of 104. Human and yeast differ by 44 amino acids. DNA hybridization and genomic comparisons confirm that humans and chimpanzees share 98.7% of their DNA. Evidence 5. Direct observation. Antibiotic resistance in bacteria is evolution in action. Bacteria exposed to antibiotics that kill susceptible strains, a few individuals with resistance mutations survive, they reproduce, the resistant population grows. MRSA, methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, and drug-resistant tuberculosis, MDR-TB, are major public health crises in Nigeria and globally. Mechanisms of evolution, natural selection, differential reproductive success based on heritable traits. Mutation, ultimate source of new alleles. Genetic drift, random changes in allele frequency in small populations, can eliminate alleles by chance. Gene flow, migration of individuals between populations, changing allele frequencies. Sexual selection, selection based on mating success, peacock tails, bird of paradise displays. Darwin's mechanism of natural selection requires 4 conditions: variation, individuals in a population differ in heritable traits. Overproduction, more offspring are produced than can survive, Malthusian pressure. Struggle for existence, resources are limited, competition exists. Survival of the fittest, individuals with traits better suited to the environment survive and reproduce more. The classic example, industrial melanism in the peppered moth, Biston bechellaria. Before the Industrial Revolution in Britain, light-colored moths were common on light-colored lichen cover trees. Dark, melanic moths were rare and easily spotted by predators. After industrialization, soot killed lichens and darkened tree bark. Dark moths were now camouflaged. Light moths were easily seen and eaten. Within decades, the dark form became dominant, a dramatic, observable example of natural selection. Natural selection does not produce perfect organisms, it selects for good enough adaptations relative to current environment. It acts on phenotype, express traits, but changes genotype or allele frequencies in the population. It cannot produce evolution from nothing, it works on existing variation. Nigeria's biodiversity is extraordinary: 899 bird species, over 1,000 butterfly species, 1,500 fish species, hundreds of mammal and reptile species, all products of millions of years of evolution. The Niger Delta, Cross River rainforest, and the Sahel represent distinct ecosystems where evolution has produced highly specialized organisms. The Cross River gorilla, or Gorilla dili, fewer than 250 individuals remaining, is critically endangered due to habitat loss and hunting. Its conservation is a matter of evolutionary heritage. Key WAEC examination points: define evolution, list 5 types of evidence, explain natural selection with an example, distinguish homologous from analogous structures, explain antibiotic resistance as an example of evolution. Evolutionary biology underpins medicine, antibiotic resistance, agriculture, crop breeding, and conservation. It is one of the most powerful and practical scientific theories.